Welcome, Allie Williams. Rob, welcome, welcome. Thanks for the support. I'm seeing 4 people, but I only see 2. So I want to welcome everybody. Chuck Brothers, Recovery Loud and Proud. And I did wear my Sober Mode shirt today. www.sobermode.com. Welcome, Chastity. What's up, Rob? Mom and Dad are listening. Sweet. They get to see that I'm an idiot, but that's all right. We like being an idiot. It's fun times, good times, and wouldn't do it any other way. If I had to be sober and miserable, why would I want to be sober? Uh, I'd have to throw it all out. If I was going to be miserable, I was miserable out there. Today is time to do something different. And I want to be happy today. And if I got to act like an idiot and have a good time, that's cool with me. I love it. Rock on. Uh, they don't get the whole show though if they don't get to see all the. But anyways, I want to welcome everybody here today. We talk about some addiction. Uh, get back to my past so I can qualify myself as not an expert. Started out smoking weed at a really young age, sipping off my dad's highball glasses, and LSD, mushrooms, methamphetamines, ice, heroin, cocaine, crack cocaine. I did it all for a long time, for about 34 years of my life. And 45 years old, so that was the majority of my life. And most of that, I was basically a piece of crap. I had no morals really. I still had morals, but it was all about me and what I could get out of you. And today, instead of taking, I want to give back. I want to share a little bit of something about something, and be like I always say, maximum service to my fellow man. And in order to do that, I got to give back what I have so freely been given to me. And took many years to get where I'm at, and very little time to get this true blessing that I have gotten. My sobriety date is August the 16th, 2018. If you count that up, that's about 20 months, going on 2 years. Woo, woo! I love sobriety. I'm all about sobriety. That's how I live my life today. It's in every aspect of my life, and just the way it is. I want something different. In order to do something different, I got to put one foot in front of the other one, and I got to make a change, and I got to do a little work, and all that work starts on the inside of me and realizing my part and my problems, and definitely my part in things, and quit blaming other people for the things that happened to me when really all my downfalls and everything I did to myself. Wow. Okay, I feel good already. I don't need to do this now. No, I'm just kidding. I understand addiction, and that's why I'm here, so I can share my experience, strength, and hope with you. I try to give a little hope. People are dying every day, so I'm gonna be here every day at 6:30. Maybe we can save a life, maybe not. I don't know, but it's not because we didn't try. Feel free to share this on your friends list, everybody you know. Even though you don't think that they know anything about addiction or know anybody in addiction, I guarantee you that somebody they know is in addiction and they need to hear something I got to say. I don't know that I'm going to say anything. I don't plan what I say. It's basically my higher power speaking through me and out my mouth, and I just let him take over. And maybe that's why I talk a million miles an hour when I do this. I'm not this way in real life. I am happy in real life. I do joke around a lot more in real life, and I'm not as serious. But when I talk about addiction, I'm dead serious because this disease kills people. And if you want to say it's not a disease, rock on, buddy. I'm not here to argue the fact. Whatever. It's a disease that centers in the mind. The drugs are just basically, they say a symptom, but really I use drugs as a drug to cure what was going on inside my head. And okay, with all that said, uh, what about my shirt? Y'all like that? Sofa King Sober. www.sobermode.com. I don't get paid for that. Good friend of mine, his name's Ian. He's in Washington State, and he supports his family by these shirts. And he's doing the deal, just like me right here. And except he's printing shirts and he's sending them across the country. And thank God I found them because I love them. They're controversial. I'm controversial. I'll always be controversial. A lot of people don't like what I say, and that's all right. But I'm going to talk to you real from the heart, and I'm going to mean every bit of it because I love you. I care about you. I believe in you, and I think you've got a shot at this. Like I said, and I always say, you know, I was a 5 gram a day heroin addict. I like to speedball meth and heroin together. And if I can do it, you can do it. Just all you got to do is put the left foot in front of the right foot and do a little work on yourself. You can call me if you need help, 502-286-0005, 502-286-0005. That's how much I believe in you. That is my cell phone number. You call me anytime, any day, whatever. I talked to a lady last night at 2:30 in the morning about getting her cousin into rehab. If I'm up, I'll answer. If not, I'll call you as soon as I get up. I mean, I am human. I got to sleep. I got to lay down. You know, Z's are good. And today I don't stay up for, you know, months at a time, and I eat more than twice a month. There was a time, as you see the picture at the top of the page, I look like a raccoon, for real. Whew, crazy, 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 crazy. I was dope, mean, sexy. Man, I could have pulled any woman out there I wanted. I thought. I don't know why any woman out there would want that. And that's all right because I couldn't have done nothing for them anyways because, you know, I was too worried about myself and my addiction and how I was going to feed that day. You got somebody out there suffering, I say love them from a distance. Put food in their mouths, put clothes on their back. Don't buy them $200 shoes. Uh, they're sick people. Once you realize they're sick, you know, we don't give people hell that's got cancer. We don't give people hell that's got diabetes. And people with addictions cannot stop. I could not stop on my own. I tried and tried and tried again, and I just could not do it. But I did it with the help of my higher power, doing the next right thing. You know, taking and looking inside myself and admitting my faults and admitting my wrongs and helping another person. And that's what I'm doing here is trying to help somebody. Y'all got any questions, feel free to ask. Be glad to answer any question you got. If I don't know the answer, well, I have to tell you tomorrow because I'm going to call somebody else that don't know nothing. He's taught me nothing from somebody that knew nothing that they learned it from. And all that nothing rolls downhill and we get a little bit of something out of it. And but I can tell you now, if you're strung out in addiction, you don't know crap. And that's what I meant to say a second ago. You don't know crap. I don't know crap. And the people I learned from didn't know crap either. And take everything you know, put it in the garbage because that's what you know. And I'm not being mean about it. That's what I knew. I thought I knew everything. And you know what? I didn't know nothing. I didn't know nothing about life. I didn't know how to pay my own bills. I didn't know how to, you know, luckily I knew how to cook. I did know how to cook. Don't throw that away. You got to eat. Food is good. Highly recommend eating. Highly recommend taking baths. Wash your hands right now, 6 feet apart. 6 to 10, they're saying now. Wear your mask when you go out. I don't know. Coronavirus is real. Addiction is real. People dying from both. If the government would take towards addiction like they do the coronavirus, maybe I wouldn't have to do all this, but that's all right. It's not the government's fault. Whoever, I'm not here to talk politics. Don't care who you like. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a Democrat, and I'm not a Republican. I'm for the best guy for the job. And I'll tell you what about Overshear, man? That guy rocks. I like him as a person. He's a good dude. He loves people, and I love him because he loves people. And I don't know nothing about politics. I don't know what he's going to do. He might be a communist. I don't know. Whatever. I don't really care. But I do like the guy. I think he's doing good for our state. And if you're in another state, I'm sorry y'all don't have Brashear. You know, we can't all have Dale Earnhardt, but I understand. Can't everybody be Kentucky fans? Can't everybody be U of L fans? And we're not gonna talk about that because then we get off into a tangent, and y'all know as y'all have listened to me before, you know, it don't take long for me to get off on a tangent and totally forget where I'm at and what I'm doing and what I'm supposed to be doing. And what that is sharing some experience and trying to answer some of y'all's questions. I need to get down here. I passed a lot of them up here. Let's see here. Ty Carroll, what up, my friend? I love you too. Love you too, my brother. Great dude. Natasha, Melissa, Missy, Scott, my boy. I love you, man. Rose. Sorry about the crazy bread. Awful. I heard about the crazy bread. What do you say, Troy? Glad you could join us. Thanks for the support. I really do appreciate it. Cheryl, welcome, my friend. Welcome. All righty. Now I made it through that list. But I see that, Natasha. Glad you're joining me. I appreciate the support from all you all. Like I said, I wish y'all would share this page to as many people as you know. Like I said, a lot of people are suffering out there that don't have to be, and maybe if we could save one person. We got, I think I seen today, we're up to 292 members. If everybody shared to 20 people and all of them accepted, we would be reaching 6,000 people. And of course, when we get there, I'm going to say the same thing. And, you know, because I want to reach everybody on the planet. I don't care who it is, if they're suffering from addiction or they got a family member suffering from addiction, they need to hear something I got to say. I love you too, cuz. Man, everybody loving me. Am I lagging, Scott? Is it me or is it you? I don't know. I can't tell. Y'all like the shirt? I love it. Uh, Sorry, I got to take a drink. All that talking. I really don't feel too good today. But it's not going to slow me down. I don't care how sick I am. I'm going to be here. Y'all going to have to see me sick. I'm going to be here every day. If something happens and I'm in the hospital, hopefully they bring me my laptop and I will be there then. I'll be looking kind of rough, but that's all right. But hopefully that don't happen. The good Lord is good, and I know He'll take after me or take care of me because I have all the faith in the world. I'm not going to talk about religion. My higher power is a big part of my sobriety. The thing about addiction is we are spiritually sick. And I'm not saying that you're sick because you don't believe in Jesus. You're spiritually sick because you don't. None of that. It has nothing to do with the gospel. If you look up spirituality, I don't have the exact definition right now, and I'm not going to try to tell you because, you know, I make a fool out of myself enough. I don't need no help with that, and I'm not an English major. Matter of fact, I sucked in English. I don't know how I ever got by it and how I ever got through it. Somehow, some way, I made it through high school by the skin of my teeth. Hello, Vicki. I'm glad you could come and join me. I am so proud to be able to share, and you get to see it. You have been a big supporter of mine from the very beginning, and it's people like you that help people like me. And that's what I'm trying to do is get out here and let people know that there's out there like us that want to help. And if they're out there struggling, private message me, call me, 502-286-0005. Once again, that's my cell phone number. I'll answer anytime. You call right now, it will ring. And we will talk. Preferably not right this second, but give me until about 7:30 and then call me. Unless it's a dire emergency, and then you can call me anytime. I really don't care. We'll shut the computer down and we'll talk business and save your life. Yeah, how's everybody doing today? Man, the sun was shining. Life is good. Woke up this morning. Y'all like the coffee meme I put on there? Small, medium, large, and Monday. I definitely needed a Monday one today. Man, I forgot to get my books. Let me tell you about it anyways. I was there today. If you're in Nelson County, we have a book. It's called United for Recovery, Education, Prevention, and Support. The Nelson County Resource Book. Guidebook. It has everything in it that you could ever need. If you're out there and you're struggling, emergency shelter housing, food, nutrition, blessing boxes, clothing, Learning for Life book box locations, grief support, healthcare, dental services, mental health services, veteran services, crisis hotline numbers, help with children and child care, substance use support and resources, and other help. www.unitedforrecovery.com or .org. www.unitedforrecovery.org. If you're looking for a rehab and you think you can't get in, go under resources, and there's all kinds of free places you can go. Uh, if you're in addiction and you're like me, you wasn't working anyways, you get Medicaid. Medicaid will pay for it. Don't sell yourself short. Today is the day to go to rehab. Rehab. We get one person in rehab today. That will be awesome. Hopefully, that girl I talked to last night will be able to get her cousin into somewhere, and he can start his journey to a new life. I don't know. Hello, Della. The sheeter broke, Scott. Work's up today. But you know what? You got to go to work today. You didn't have to get high, and life is good. Life is good. No matter how bad your day sucks, everybody's days suck sometimes, and you're going to have bad days. They don't have to be mountains no more. Be molehills. That's what mine are. It don't matter what it is. My higher power has a way to let me know that tomorrow's going to be a better day. You know, it's because I have faith in something bigger than myself. When I talk about a higher power, I talk about a higher power because you got to have something bigger than you, because we as addicts don't know crap, like I was saying. And I don't think that a psychiatrist could help me. I don't think a doctor could help me. I think it took something bigger than that. I don't think a human being could help me. My aunt got sober. I'm thinking it was 25 years of sobriety on a ball peen hammer. So, what that tells me is it's willingness. Willingness. Willing to do something different, get out of your comfort zone, and work on yourself. They call it honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. You know, I can understand maybe your parents are yelling at you, and you know they're dogging you, and man, won't they leave me alone? Man, blah, blah, blah. Find your part in that, dude, because they're probably just loving you to death, dude, and you're just not seeing it. I know there's parents out there that ain't the best parents in the world, and you know what? Sometimes you gotta let them go. Sometimes family's bad, and you need to go to somewhere that's more supportive. Uh, Negativity's bad. Don't run your addict down. Love them. Love them from a distance. Thank you, Della. I'll do my best. Angel, welcome. Thanks for the support. I do this every time, but you are, I'm going to say, 19 minutes late to the show. But that's all right. You're right on time. Right on time. Thank you for coming and joining and for the support. Like I was saying, getting out of your comfort zone. This is not comfortable to me. It is getting a little more comfortable. I normally wouldn't do this. I normally wouldn't mix with a lot of these people on here. But you know what? Like I said, I deeply feel in my heart that I can help somebody. And I don't know that this would have worked for me either. I don't know. There's a lot of ways and a lot of things that work for people. You know, whether you go 12-step or Celebrate Recovery or church or whatever. I know people that's gotten sober in every different way possible. There's millions of people on the internet. But I can tell you this, it starts with you and a willingness to do something different. And cleaning out all them skeletons in your closet and living in today. I don't care what program you get in or what you do, but if you're worried about tomorrow and you're still worried about yesterday, you're pissing on today. Excuse my French. I try not to cuss, but that's basically what you're doing. You can't enjoy today because you're too worried about the past that you can't change and the future that ain't even got here yet. So if you live in today, all you got to do is get up in the morning, get your head off your pillow, and make it back to your pillow tonight. And you know what? my higher power sets up something new for me every day, and I don't never know what it is, and that's all right. I try not to schedule anything. I just let it kind of roll as it comes, and that way I'm excited every day to see what is planned for me. Because if I make plans and I do it, I fail miserably and I make people mad. And when I make people mad, then I get upset, and then it puts me down a road that could kill me. And I'm not willing to go that route today. Uh, I'm willing to step back and let life work. I live in a small town of about, I don't know how many people they've moved it out so far, and it's really just about 1,200 people. I hated this town. I hated everybody in it. And you know what? I just hated myself. And it had nothing to do with the people in this town or this town or anything. Today, I am happier than I've ever been in my life. And I live right where I use dope at, where all my dope using friends come, right here in the other room. And I could probably take a rock and hit 3 or 4 drug dealers, and that's all right. What they do is what they do, and what I do is spread hope, and what they do is spread dope. Ha! Go figure. But whatever. I'm not a hater. They're going to do what they're going to do. I don't hate people for what they do. But when they want help, they know where to come. You know, my biggest thing was to get rid of people, places, and things. And when they come to my house, when I got done out of rehab and I was willing to do something different, they'd come up, knock on my door, and I'd stick my hand out and tell them I had recovery. And if that's what they wanted, come on in. If not, hit the road, Jack, because I can't mess with you. What do you say, JD? Welcome to the show. Troy, we can take an excuse and turn it into a reason to use. Train your brain to recognize. Amen. You know, I got high every morning because it was a beautiful day. I got high because it was raining every morning. I got high because I could get high in the morning. Every day was a party, and the only problem was is I was losing out. It wasn't a fun party. It was miserable. I got high to get normal, and it was just awful. Anybody that knew me knows me as that guy, #1 citizen, whatever. But I tell you what, when I walk down the road today, I walk with my head up high. I pay my bills on time. I put food in my cabinets. I pay for my cars. I pay my insurance. And all that is possible through sobriety. I pay them on time. I pay them at the first of the month when they come in. I don't have to pay that extra $15. See, you know, that extra $15, if you do that on every bill you got, you pay out extra $150 a month. I don't know about y'all. And that's a lot of chicken nuggets. And I like chicken nuggets and steak and food and all that stuff. Uh, yeah, addiction was bad on me. It caused a lot of health problems that I didn't see coming. If you're right, Della, it is worth it. If I help one person, I don't even got to know that I've done it. I know that I'm helping people. I don't have to see it. I just know, and I have faith that somebody hears something. I know a lot of it sounds like hogwash, and I know it sounds like bullshit, and people's going to say, "Well, that guy's an idiot. That guy's crazy. He don't know what he's talking about." But deep down, they know I know, because like I said, I know what them hot flashes, cold flashes are. I know what that restless body syndrome is. I know what all them tweaks and aches and puking and diarrhea and feet feel like they weigh 200 pounds because I've been there. I know, and they know I know because they can relate. And that's the great thing about this, because like I said, a doctor couldn't help me, psychiatrist couldn't help me. Now I'm not saying that they can't help after I get straight, because all them people are got a different part of it. If I was bipolar per se, and I was an addict, you know, and I worked on my addiction, and after that, you know, I could go see a doctor and stuff, and I'm for that. If you need the extra help, by all means, go do it. Make sure you tell them you're an addict. I had all my teeth pulled, and I took 3 ibuprofen. Not because I'm Mr. Big Bad Guy. I'm a sissy when it comes to pain, but I hate addiction, and I don't ever want to go through that misery again. I was going into something there, and I got lost, and I don't know what it is. will smoke you cigarettes. This is a smoking show. If you got them, smoke them. Not a big fan of cigarettes. They're hard on me. They're killing me. My doctor told me I quit shooting heroin. I could smoke cigarettes for a while. So it's been a while, and they want me to quit now. But I tried. I got down to about a half a pack a day. Got on Chantix, and for some reason, even taking the Chantix, I went back up to 2 packs a day. I feel it every day. Oh, I was talking about uh, shooting heroin. I caught hepatitis. It shut my pancreas and my kidneys down. I went into complete kidney failure and liver failure, and it shut my pancreas down. And when all that healed up, my pancreas didn't come back. It turned me diabetic, and I started off right into shots. And let me tell you, if you're a heroin addict and you shoot dope, your needles don't get insulin in them. And the great thing about it is, after getting sober and all that, I have no longer on those shots. Matter of fact, I told them to move me to a pen while I was still on the shots. That way, I didn't have a rig or something to trigger me. And today, I take one glipizide pill, and I take cinnamon pills, and my sugar stays about a 6.5, 7.5 A1C, which is perfect. Faith is important. I love Pizza Scott. That is Pizza right there. He works at Little Caesars. I'd say it's the greatest pizza in the world. It is the greatest $5 pizza in the world, and you can bank that. I don't get paid for that, but I'll shout out to my boy who, he works. He's got a life. Does great. He's doing the next right thing. He's here supporting me because he knows this is important. It's important to everybody. Like I said, people dying out there every day. I'm trying to stop one of them. All my friends are dead. All my using buddies are dead except for about 3 of them. And every day I worry about that phone call. I see them in the jail logs, and I think, is this the time that it's going to take them out? And it's sad. I talk to some of them, and I talk to their parents, and they want to know how I can help their kids, and I can't help their kids. The only person that can help them is them, and they have the willingness to stop, and that's what I'm trying to share here. You got to have the willingness. You got to believe in something different. You got to go the extra mile. I know it sucks. I know it's hard. That first 6 months is a beast. I lived through it. No Suboxone, no methadone. I made it through it, and you can too. I got faith in you. I believe in you. I love you to life. If you need help, reach out. I stick my hand out for them people that I left behind so I can pull them out of the fire. I don't want to forget my buddies. I want them to all live. I'd like to get old one of these days. I know I've got a long ways to go. I like to have some friends around my age. Most of them are gone. I was talking to a buddy the other day, and we went through a list of people we used to run around with, and he's like, "What about so and so?" I was like, "No, dead." What about not dead? But what about not dead? And they're all gone. And not every one of them was addiction. 99% of them was addiction, overdose. I did have one that had brain cancer, and that wasn't addiction. But God rest his soul. Awesome. You know what I don't like about this is I got to keep scrolling down. What do you say, Bobby Joe? Thank you for showing up and supporting me. I love you, my old friend. Good times, bad times, great times today. Rocking some recovery, sharing a message, sharing some hope, sharing some faith. Sofa King Sober, www.sobermode.com. I don't get paid for that. Great guy. Maybe one of these days he'll give me a discount, or I can give you all a discount. I don't know. Every now and again he'll pop up and he'll say thank you. But, I don't know. whatever. We're not here for recognition. I don't do this to be recognized as anything. Like I tell y'all every day that when I shut my computer down, I go back to Chuck, and I don't want no recognition. I don't. This is not. This is not to get famous. It's not for any of that. I don't want all that. I just want to help people. And my big thing is my head will swell that big. I got an ego problem, and ego stands for edging God out. Not going to get into religion, but I know what that does, and I don't need that because I want to stay sober and I want to do the next right thing. And they tell me I can't keep it if I don't give back, and I'm giving back every day. My whole life is sobriety. I'm talking sobriety to somebody every day. I do it at work. I do it on jobs when I'm out in the public. Uh, I'll tell you a story that happened one time. There was a girl who worked up here at Five Star. Can't tell you her name. Don't even know her name. And I had a friend of mine that was in jail. And about 2 months ago, she'd called me, and I took the call. I normally don't take the calls because you always get, I found God, and I'm going to do different this time and send money fast. But she was telling me about a girl that worked up here at Five Star that talked to me, and I'd talked to her, and I'd got her off Suboxone just by sharing my message with her. Yes, you talking about that's the juice right there. Woo, feel it go through your veins, gives me cold chills. Love helping people. Love helping people that can't help themselves because I couldn't help myself and I had no way out, didn't know no way out, and I wasn't listening to anybody, and I don't know that anybody's listening to me. But I know at least 9 people are listening to me. Sober is good, Bobby Joe. It is. I wish I could take what I feel inside of me right now and grab people by the ears and just let that flow. It's powerful. It's amazing. I mean, you can see how much I just get worked up talking about it. I love recovery. I wish everybody got it. But they don't. I got a neighbor out here. He don't get it. And here I am, raving recovery. Life is good. He knew me in the madness. He knows all of this. I can't help him. And I hope and I pray every day. I'm going to get emotional here. That someday he asks for help. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know what to do. All I know is when they're ready, they're ready. And but what I'm trying to do is plant a seed. And if you water that seed, it will grow. And that's how recovery works. Because you see, back in 1993, I went to somewhere and a seed was planted, and I didn't realize that seed was planted. And I went many years of misery after that. But when it was time for that thing to blossom, it did. And this is what you got. Man. Woo, woo. I know I'm silly. I got to be funny. Uh, I don't know. I don't know that guy right there in the right there. Yeah, that guy. I don't know that guy. He's not the guy I grew up with. I don't recognize him. He he's a totally different person than anybody I've ever met in my life. And you know what? I like that guy, and I hope he sticks around for a long, long, long time. Uh, he's done something that I couldn't do, and that's take care of my son and pay bills, and I couldn't do that. But that guy right there does. You're watching him, and super proud to be a part of that guy's life. I tell people I like to be like a phoenix. That guy, the old guy had to die for the new guy to be reborn, and all the bad shit and all the bullshit and all that had to go. Excuse my French. I'm trying to get better at that. I really am. In recovery, you work on every aspect of your life. I don't choose to. Uh, I don't know what I was going to say, but anyways, I try not to cuss. It's better just to not cuss. If you're a better person, and not real good at it. I'm a sailor, basically. It is an amazing feeling to finally hold that power over your addiction. Yes, it is. It's like I was telling y'all yesterday. I had a using feeling. I pictured it all the way up, and I told you on my addiction, and that's what I do today. You know, I told 2 or 3 people about what happened yesterday. I didn't use. Don't get me wrong, because this guy don't use no more. But what I do is when my addiction comes in my brain, I call somebody. I tell them. Matter of fact, I told you all right here in this group what my mind told me, and it took me about 2 seconds to say, you know what, Chuck, you're a sick guy, and you need to call somebody, and you need to let somebody know what your brain's saying, because it's not worth it. I know where that'd take me. It don't matter how good it sounds right then and there in my brain. It is not worth it, and it is a lie. My addiction is lying to me, and it is that bad, even though it tells me it's not that bad. It is that bad, and I have no problem saying, "Brain, you're stupid," and it's that bad. It will kill you, and you know it will. It has killed everybody else. You are no better, and you are not no stronger. It is just waiting to take you out. It's my addiction is doing push-ups in the back of my head right now, thinking it's going to overcome something. And as long as I give back like this, I don't have to worry about it. As long as I do what I do every day, I don't have to worry about that. Go ahead, Scott. Tell us a funny joke. This is your 5 minutes of fame. Okay, he wasn't. I don't know how you can bring you up, or I'll put you right up here with me, buddy. Let me tell you. Better hope I don't figure it out about you right here. If you do, no, didn't work. I was pulling you up, Scott. I was going to put you right there with me, right here. Me and Scott. You tell me the joke, and I'll share it tomorrow. How's that? I'll be here tomorrow at 6:30. Please share this with all your friends. I want to spread some hope out there. Even if you think they don't know somebody, I promise you addiction touches everybody's families. Everybody I know knows somebody in addiction, whether it be alcoholism or what. You know what? That's what I want to talk about. I got a little bit of time here. Let's talk about the midbrain and the forebrain. Your forebrain makes all your decisions. Your midbrain is your pleasure reward center. And sex, chocolate, drugs, alcohol, midbrain. Got to pay my rent up here in the front. Well, a lot of people say that alcohol is not a drug, but anything, any kind of mood altering, mind altering substance is a drug, period. There's a lot of people that hate when I say that because they say I'm an alcoholic, I didn't do drugs, I'm not a drug addict. Whatever, I'm not here to argue that fact with you, but I will tell you this. All that is dopamine. If I take a drink out of beer, my dopamine level goes up. If I shoot heroin in my arm, my dopamine level goes up. Period. Scientifically proven. Period. So you can call yourself whatever you want to say. I don't care. I'm not here to argue it. But what happens is if I smoke a joint, my dopamine goes up. That's why an addict cannot smoke pot after he gets clean. Because what happens is we raise that bar up so high beyond the normal person. And it takes so much more for us to get our dopamine up there. That's why when you come off drugs, it takes you a while to feel better. Because it takes a year for that dopamine to come back down to a normal level. But it don't stay there for an addict. It'll shoot right back up real quick. And you'll get lonely, you'll get miserable, you'll get depressed, and all that. That's dopamine. Now, triggers are triggered by glutamate, which is another chemical. And what happens if, say, I'm a crackhead and I'm used to using ashes. I see ashes and I think, I want to smoke some crack. That's glutamate. And that's what the chemical that sends in your brain that makes you want to trigger. But the great thing is, if you find spirituality, and I'm not saying find God, find a ball peen hammer, whatever, your dopamine will come back down in about 3 months, and you can get on with your life and get on with recovery. Thing about recovery is it's a lifelong process. You've got to do it every day. What I ate for breakfast does not keep me full today. I got to eat breakfast again today, and working on myself is the same thing. I got to do something every day in order to stay sober, because what I did yesterday doesn't keep me sober today. What I do today keeps me sober today. And then tomorrow, I got to do something more in order to stay sober tomorrow. I cannot rest on my laurels. And what I did yesterday will not keep me sober. I might not get for how today, but if I quit working what I'm doing, it's only a matter of time. And I give up on everything, and I think I put myself back in the forefront, in front of everything, and like I know better than everything else, and I don't know better. I don't know squat. I don't want to know squat. My job on this planet is to be maximum service to my fellow man, and that's what I'm going to do. And I tell you what, I told y'all that it took me an hour video to learn about glutamate and all that. I didn't get into details, but basically, what happens when your dopamine goes way up like that, it shuts your front brain off, and your decision making gets messed up, and that's basically the gist of it. If you want to, for the people out there that's wondering about their kids and their addict, I'm gonna call it their addict because they're not addicts or whatever. When they come in stoner high, don't jump down their neck, man. Love them. I ain't saying, you know, give them money or nothing. Don't give them no money. Feed them. Tell them you want to talk to them tomorrow. Because they're expecting you to say something when you walk in the door, and immediately it's you triggered them to get mad, and now it's a big fight, and you accomplish nothing. Wait till tomorrow. It'll take a while, you know. Admit your fault a little bit, you know. I know you're going to say that how's it my fault that they do that? What it don't really matter. It don't really matter. Does it? Does it matter about fault? It don't. You know, I use this technique with Stephen. You know, Stephen, I probably should have said something to you earlier, but I didn't, and I know that's my fault. But could you go ahead and jump in the shower? I know you don't want to, and but I really need you to get a shower. Can you help me out with that? And man, it works. I don't know how that works. Sounds corny as whatever, but I took a class on that too, and one of the top psychiatrists in the country over to my old Kentucky home. They had a course over there through the health department or whatever, and I got to go do that. I got a certification through that. It's called Community Reinforcement and Family Training, and I really don't get much out of it because I'm not a psychiatrist, and there was a lot of psychiatrists and people like that in the room. But I was the guy on the other end. I was the addict there listening and learning. And man, I could get into what he was saying. I understood what he was saying. And all them psychiatrists were asking questions. And that's why I say it takes an addict to help an addict. It takes, I got to relate with your pain and see that you made it through it in order for me to be able to see that I got even hope or a chance. That's why I tell y'all every time that I was a 5 gram a day heroin addict. You know, I did anywhere from a quarter ounce to a half ounce of meth every day. And not because I'm proud of that. That's not something to be proud of. I say that because there's an addict out there that thinks there's no way he can get clean because he does this much and he's this sick. And I'm telling you right now, you can do it. I got faith in you. I did it. It was miserable. But buddy, you can feel like this right here, right now. And if you could just see inside of me and see how good I feel and how great life is, you'll suffer for this, however long it is. It took me a lot longer. I didn't listen to what they say. They say drink lots of water. I didn't do that. Exercise. I didn't do that. There's a lot of ways to make it easier. And, once again, I was trying to do it my way, the easier, softer way, and it took a lot longer and a lot more, and I was a lot more miserable. Do it today. Listen. It's been 45 minutes. Y'all heard enough yet? I'm still ain't finished my cigarette. Y'all gonna have to stick around for a little while. I don't condone smoking. I think everybody should quit. They stink. They're nasty, and that's just me trying to tell myself that I need to quit, and I'm going to quit because I'm going to keep trying. I don't give up. I tried to quit doing dope for 34 years, and I could not do it, and I kept trying and trying and trying, and you know what? Here I am. on the other end, 100% successful on the other side as of today. I have been 100% successful in everything I do in life. And I'm not saying that I'm a millionaire, I'm 100% great at work or any of that. I'm saying I'm sitting in this chair alive, sharing my experience, strength, and hope with you all. And that makes me 100% successful in everything in my life. Every bad time, sad time, death in the family, death of a friend, car wreck, whatever. Ex-girlfriends, ex-wives, all that pain and misery. I'm sitting right here in this chair telling you all I'm 100% successful and I'm happy today, all because of sobriety. And bam! Ooh. Amy, welcome. Thank you. Addicts have got to help other addicts. I'm always going to be an addict. Whether I use or I don't use, I'm an addict. It's what I am. And you know what I'm proud to say? I'm an addict. I don't believe in my anonymity. I believe if you don't know I'm sick, then how am I going to help you if you're sick? You know, I could wear a button up shirt every day. I could comb my hair every day. And you just talking to me on the street, you wouldn't know I was an addict. You'd say, man, that's a good guy right there. You know, he's always trying to help somebody out doing the next right thing. You wouldn't have no clue unless I told you. So that's why this is called Recovery Loud and Proud, because I am in recovery. I am a recovered addict, and I am loud about my recovery, and I am proud of my recovery, and I will share it with anybody that wants to hear it. If I got a problem, I'll be at the grocery store. I don't care who's standing next to me. I will share that problem with them. I don't care if they want to hear it. I don't care if they walk off. I'm going to get it out, and they're going to take half of it with them, because that's how you do it. It gets you out of your head for 5 seconds. Today, I can run through my head a little bit, and it don't bother me, you know, and that's a blessing. I can sit in silence. And there's nothing crazy going on in my head. I don't have to drown it out no more. That committee up there ain't doing all that no more. I'm at one with me, and I give it all to my higher power. He did it all. If it wasn't for my Savior, Jesus Christ. And I know I say I'm not going to get into religion, and I'm not going to. You believe what you want to believe. Like I said, my aunt got sober on a ball peen hammer. I believe in Jesus Christ. She believed in a ball peen hammer. Whatever. I'm not going to speak religion, but I'm going to give my God or my higher power all the credit, just like she gave that ball peen hammer all the credit. And that's what you do, because that is something that's stronger and bigger than me. I'm just a peon in a world that I got to be maximum service to my fellow man. That is my job. It's never supposed to be no more, no less. That's what I do. Help your fellow man. And that's my job on this planet. That's everybody's job on this planet. And if everybody would come down to the nitty gritty and quit worrying about greed and money and all that, it'd be a better place. You know, even in the madness when I said, if everybody was like me, it'd be a better place, but it wouldn't have been a better place. It'd been awful, because I was awful. You cheat, you steal, and if you say you didn't steal, whatever, you stole sleep from your parents, you stole sleep from your family members, you run holidays, all that stuff. That's what I did. That's what I did. I run holidays. My mom lost many a days of sleep, wondering if they was going to get that phone call if I was laid up dead somewhere. What do you think they're thinking when you don't show up for weeks at a time? You don't make a phone call. My boy been gone for 24 hours, and he's with my mom, and I know where they're at, and I worry about him. You know, because that's what parents do. And so that makes me a thief, because I stole that time from them that they could have been resting. I probably aged my mom 100 years, but she don't look but 25. She turned 27 the other day. They told me that after 60, you turn the numbers around. So she's 27. Looks damn good for 72, and I'm proud to see my mom is 72 years old, and that gives me hope that maybe I could live to be 72. Hope everywhere. Hope, hope, hope. You know, you can have hope without faith, but you can't have faith without hope. Don't work. Faith is hope. But you can hope in one hand and shit in the other and not have no faith. So you can't have hope with no faith. You can't have faith with no faith and hope run hand in hand. Whew, man, how y'all doing today? Amen. Absolutely, I believe. God is great. God is good. God is good all the time. My God is. My aunt's ball peen hammer was. You know, you can white knuckle it, stay sober for a little while. You can stay sober for a long time. But until you get into your nitty gritty, get inside of you, get inside that head of yours, and dig deep, find your part, let those skeletons out. You can't be happy. You know what? My life's an open book. I'm here to share it with you. Glad to share it with you. Love you all. I believe in you all. So, looking back here, see who all joined us. Maybe I missed somebody. Make sure I give everybody recognition. Everybody deserves recognition. Everybody got up this morning. They went to work. They did their part in life. Now they come home and they listen to me, and I appreciate that. You know, they probably just got done eating supper. You know, doing what we do. You know, it's nice outside. You know, and they're taking their time to listen to me, and that means a lot to me. Thank you all, and I hope I help you all. I hope and understanding. I don't know. I don't know a lot. I got a bunch of books here that I can't show you because of different reasons and traditions and anonymities and all that. And I use them all. I use everything possible to keep me sober. I believe in working, and you know, I look after people, sponsor people, and do a lot of stuff. I do got some Narcan. If anybody needs Narcan, I got about 5 boxes. Let me know. Be glad to give it to you because dead people don't recover. Uh, if you need Narcan, just let me know. I'll get it. If I can't get it, I'll find it. I'll get you some. But right now, I got about 5 boxes, and 5 boxes aren't doing me no good. I'm not gonna overdose, but somebody out there can. So what's gonna be me to have it? It just ain't worth it. I do keep boxes in every car because people overdose out. They don't overdose at home. Uh, Big thing is if you're gonna use, don't use alone. I know you don't want to share your dope, whatever. But if ain't nobody there and you fall out, ain't nobody there to give you Narcan. Good buddy of mine died this summer. Box of Narcan sitting right there next to him. Dead. We don't have to live like that no more. I know I get gloomed when I talk about it. It's just sad, you know, it's senseless deaths. It is, you know. I see a lot of people that's had, you know, 2, 3 months to 20 years go back out, and I don't understand it. And the only reason and I don't know that I won't. You know, all I know is today I'm gonna make it to my pillow. Like I said, I live every day, one day at a time, and I kind of stole that quote from a program, but that's what I do because I can stay sober today. I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring, but I know when I get up in the morning, I'm gonna say, "Oh, higher power, thank you for keeping me sober yesterday and help me today. Help my fellow man out there. Pray for peace." World peace. I pray for the coronavirus to go away. And everybody I put on my prayer list, I say, God, everybody on my prayer list, because I can't remember everybody. I tell that I'm going to be on my prayer list. But you know what? My God is good. He knows all the people, and He looks out after them. I believe in the power of prayer. If you don't believe in it, try it for 30 days and come back and tell me about it. Do it every day for 30 days. And if your life don't get no better, I promise you, I'm just your life will get better. I don't care who you are. I know it's corny, whatever. Just do it. Uh, Getting running out of time here. Can't believe it's already been an hour. Welcome, Jerry. Welcome. Good evening, my friend. Good evening. I don't know if I've said anything to help anybody out. I've run my mouth a lot tonight. I run my mouth a lot every night. I run my mouth a lot every day. I usually don't talk so fast, but I tell you, all that fast is because it's my higher power coming through me, reaching out to you all. Uh, I normally would be stumbling over my words. I can't really talk fast. And but I tell you what, life is good out here. And if you want to change, want something different, call me 502-286-0005. One of these days, one of y'all going to call me. My phone's going to ring. I promise you. I promise you, that's my phone number. Swear on my life, that's my phone number. I'm here for you. If you need anything besides money, I will not give you money. If you want a hot dog, I'll feed you. I'll feed you a hot dog. We ain't going to starve. Trust me, we ain't going to starve. We eat. And I like to eat today. There was months that I didn't eat but twice. Slept once, and today I don't have to live like that. God is good. God is great. God is good all the time. And like I said, I'm not here to teach you about God. I'm here to teach you about addiction and a way to get out of it, and or to help somebody find a way. I might not say what you need to hear, but hopefully I plant a seed in you that will be watered and it will grow, and somebody out there will say something, and you'll be like, "Whoa, man, that made sense." I don't know if I say anything like that, but I'm hoping I do. I don't know what I say about anything. I used to not watch these, but I have gotten in the habit now of going back and watching them. And it turns out to be pretty good. I don't know. I still think I'm an idiot sometimes. I'm like, man, that guy's ate up. Woo! They sound like old hillbilly, but I am a hillbilly. I come from a town of 1,200 people, and I throw a rock and be on the other side of town. You know what I mean? We got one red light. I had a caution light when I got here, and we moved up in the world to a red light. And when I got here, there were 7 bars in a mile and a half, and I think there might be 2, 3, but alcoholism has run riot in this town. And you know what? I don't have to drink and drive. Ain't no needles in my arms today. I got all the scars. You can't see them. I'd show you where they at. On there, right there. You can't really see it, but got them down both legs, both arms. I'd used a lot of dope, and today I don't have to, and you don't have to either. Listen to me. You do not have to do dope no more. Great, great. I ain't sick. I didn't wake up sick this morning. I didn't wake up having to go find no fix, none of that. Man, I tell you, when I first got clean and sober, it was like I couldn't find nothing to do because I was so used to running around trying to get that next fix because I had to have it for 2 days ahead because I can't be sick tomorrow, and my life was all encompassed around dope, and today I don't have to do that. It was like, wow, I got all this time. Look at here. Look at here. Woot woot. I got $26 right there. You can come break in, right, whatever. I don't care. Probably shouldn't have done that, whatever. That's about $26. But you know what? I wouldn't have had $26 in the madness. I wouldn't have had nothing. I got paid on Friday if I made it to work that week. And, it wouldn't matter what I had. I'd been broke Saturday morning. Borrowing money. I don't have to live like that today. I got cigarettes. I got 2 packs of cigarettes that I don't need. I don't recommend. But I got them. I didn't have them in the madness. I got tea. I had coffee coffee. Yeah, right. In the morning. Every morning. Man, gotta have coffee. You're an addict or a drinker. Coffee's good. Yeah. I went out and bought for my boy's birthday. I bought an acoustic guitar and an electric guitar and an amp and lessons for me and him. so we can learn together, bond. I get to do things with my boy today. Not as much as I'd like to because of recovery. It takes up a lot of my time. But if I didn't have recovery, I wouldn't even have him. Think about that. He says, Daddy, you're gone too much. I tell him, if Daddy wasn't gone too much, Daddy wouldn't be here at all. And he understands. I love y'all. It's been a great show. Chuck Brothers, recovery loud and proud.